For a long time now, I've been 3D printing 3-stage rockets, mostly off camera. The only 2 times that I 3D printed them and launched them on this channel, they both failed, unfortunately. Oh my god, there's a bug on me. So today I'm going to show you how to build your own 3-stage rocket from scratch on your own desktop 3D printer the right way. So, I'll see you at the build. The first thing I did is went into OpenRocket and created a design that was very stable and aerodynamic. Here's some pictures that I took of my OpenRocket of the exact dimensions and measurements for all the rocket parts. Then I 3D modeled them into Fusion 360. You can use any 3D modeling software for this, but I think Fusion is the best one. Right now, I'm creating the transition between the second stage and the first stage. I'm adding holes on it so the exhaust gases can escape. You have to do this. This is essential, so please do this if you're going to attempt this. Then upload the files to a 3D printing slicer and print them out. Hey guys, check this out. This is a reason why to clean your filament before you use it. It was sitting on the shelf for a long time, so it collected dust, and then the dust fused with the plastic, and it created this like hair. Broke right off the supports. Perfect. Alright guys, here we go. So I'm printing these little rings to hold the engine in so they don't fly out the top. You always need these when you're building a rocket, because if you don't, it'll go terribly wrong. So be sure to 3D model some of these to fit inside your tubes. One to go hold right here, and then one to hold the engine in this one so it doesn't fly out the top. So please be sure to do that in the 3D modeling. Here you go, here we go. Alright guys, I got the fins and the nose cone here, and I'm gonna paint it in a nice black color, so it'll look nice with the white. Just because my black filament did not work, so here we go. Alright guys, I got all the parts here. I just finished painting everything and we're gonna assemble it now. Now the first thing that I started off with was gluing the fins onto all the body tubes. You have to do this really close to the bottom, if not touching the very bottom, because the further down you put the fins, the more stable the rocket will be. So please put them really close to the bottom. And also make sure they're perfectly straight, because then your rocket will have a very dramatic spin and it could rip the fins off, it can destroy the rocket, deploy too early, so please be sure that you mount the fins straight. Right now I'm gluing the transition onto the bottom bigger tube. Please make sure it's the bottom bigger tube, not the top one, because if that, then the rocket stages won't separate. And I'm also gluing the ring inside of the second stage so it won't fly up through the transition. And also don't forget the fins for each stage. Alright guys, 10 minutes of struggling later and I'm back. We got the ring in there. And here I am gluing in the ring for the third stage. Now we're going to add the recovery system. So what you want to do here is you want to get a thick card, like paper, very thick paper. It's almost like cardboard, but it's still kind of thin. It came in the mail like this, but as you can see, this is too big. So we're gonna cut it to size, and we're gonna fit it into the rocket. This is the part that's gonna mount into the rocket. So I'm just gonna bend it here and here. So it's like a staple kind of. Think of it as like a little boat. Now you're gonna add one end of the line in here. Then you're gonna make sure it fits by folding in. And it should make a little rectangle like this. Now what you're gonna do now is you're gonna open it up. And here we got some Instacure Superglue. Basically, it's Superglue. So Superglue will work. Any Superglue, any Gorilla Glue. Because this is a very low power rocket, so this would definitely work. Just you have to make sure you don't get it on your fingers. The hardest part of this project is getting glue in your fingers. As you already seen, it's completely cured. Almost completely cured. We gotta let it cure a little more for it to be safe to touch. Alright guys, now that it's cure, you're gonna add some glue just to the tip right there. And then we're gonna put it in right there. Put it deep down in about a ½ inch or an inch down inside of it. Just so the nose cone won't hit up against it and prevent it from going in. Because I definitely learned that the hard way. And sometimes you have to scrap the whole rocket that way, in that case. So that's a very important step not to miss. You can also just go in there and squeeze some more glue around. Is put the shock cord right in between here. You find right about the middle. What I'm gonna do is create a slip knot. Sorry about the angle, guys, but as you can see, you created a little slip knot, which the parachute right here goes through. And then when the parachute pops out, it won't pull like stress on the nose cone, so it won't like it might like rip off, and then the body might go flying down. So this is usually in the best case scenario. And then I use another paper mount to mount the shock cord into the nose cone. You need to add the recovery wadding. You can buy this on Amazon or at your local hobby store. It's very cheap and it's effective. Anyway, we fold the parachute in half, then half again, and then again. And we fold it down to the bottom. Then we roll it up. And we roll up the parachute quite tightly. Then the lines, you just wrap them up like this. I'm gonna let the fillet dry before I connect it to this part because I don't want it to get glued on. Alright guys, now we're gonna add the launch lug, which is what's gonna connect it to the rail so it doesn't fall off. It can point it up in the right direction. You can 3D model and 3D print some of these on your own. They're super easy to do, but you can also just use a soda straw if you want to. You should only use soda straws for really small rockets. If they're any bigger, they'll rip and they could go flying at your face. Then I added the igniters. You have to be really careful putting this in. You can probably see me struggling trying to put it in because if you try and force it in on the edge, it can break the black powder charge and it won't work. And after that, it was ready. Also, if you build one of these rockets, be sure to take a video of it and post it on YouTube so I can see it, and send me the link in the comments. Alright guys, we're gonna let off the rocket now.
Yeah, that's a flat area there with no grass.
Okay guys, here we go. Alright guys, we're gonna angle it a little bit that way so it doesn't go into the lake over that way. So, just like the last one. You go check out that video. Alright. Catching the igniter. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It finally worked! Wow, that was a burn! 3, 2, 1.
Where did it go?
Hey guys, look! Separated stage 1. I don't know where the other stage went, but it's separated. Woohoo! If you made it all the way to the end, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on this video on what project I should do next. There's gonna be a crazy video coming out. This will be the sneak peek right here. So subscribe for that one. Also, if you like travel and like to see me suffer stuck in the middle of a hurricane in northern Australia, you can check right here, see right here, my second channel right here is all about travel. You can see a lot of great videos on there about traveling the whole entire world. So go to that channel, click on it, subscribe. See ya!